There are plenty of recipes on this YouTube channel, but I will tell you that one thing is true, and that is pasta recipes are one of my most popular. So I've dreamt up some brilliant little pasta recipes to get you cooking pasta perfection. Spaghetti ul abraccio. Spaghetti ul abbraccio. Spaghetti ul braccio. I don't know if I've got any of those right, but I'm pretty sure this roughly translates as drunken spaghetti, and that's exactly what we're going to make today. A luscious dish of pasta cooked gently in red wine until it goes luscious and creamy and delicious with a little hit of herbs, a little bit of spice and garlic. This is a truly different pasta dish, but one that is well worth making, and it starts off by slicing up some garlic. Now, I saw this being made on the internet, and I've never had it in Italy, but I did want to give it a go and see what all the fuss was about. Because essentially you get left with these beautiful pasta threads, which are ruby red and gorgeous. So I think it's got to taste as good as it looks. So we're gonna start off with some garlic in a dry frying pan with lots of extra virgin olive oil, a good 2 tablespoons going in here. And now I'm gonna stick on the heat and slowly but surely bring this up to temperature. I want the flavor of the garlic here, but I'm being really careful not to burn the garlic. So I'm starting at a low temperature and infusing that oil with all the garlic flavor. Now, while that's coming up to temperature, I'm going to get in our spaghetti to cook off in a large pot of boiling salted water. Oh, that was pretty good, except for the 2 little pieces of spaghetti I nearly lost, but we're all right, we'll get them in. Right, we've got pasta in, we've garlic coming up to temperature. Alongside this garlic, I have some chopped oregano, and I'm just gonna take off the leaves. And this is a really great flavor to add into this pasta. It's that sort of lemony freshness. I'm just gonna finely slice up into little pieces here. Now I can smell my garlic is just about coming up to temperature and sizzling away, so I'm gonna work quite quickly here. Hit that with some chili pepper for a bit of spice. Good generous pinch here, I like a bit of heat in this pasta. And then I'm gonna take about half that oregano straight in there as well. Give that a little sizzle through. It's gonna really flavor up this oil and create the base flavor for this recipe. And as soon as that becomes aromatic and starts to become alive in the pan, look at that. I'm gonna get straight in there with this red wine. Now, the red wine you choose to use does not have to be anything particular. It just is something that you're gonna cook your pasta alongside. So don't spend a lot of money on the red wine you use for this. And once it's in there and it comes up to a sizzling temperature, it's time to get in there with our pasta. Right, we have sauce bubbling away and pasta, not completely cooked in this water, gets thrown straight in here. Essentially now, we have to pay it a little bit of attention and make sure that it doesn't stick at the bottom. And slowly but surely, you're gonna see this pasta turn from this sort of orangey yellow color into something that is really luscious and ruby red. Bar the 1-pan pasta recipe I have on this channel, this is probably the closest thing you get to cooking pasta in risotto style. An altogether different pasta dish. So all of the wine has just been soaked up now, so straight into this pot. This is possibly a controversial ingredient, but I think it gives a really lovely finish, is a tiny touch of some butter, which I'm just gonna break up into 2 knobs. I'm also gonna add some fresh parsley. I wanna season it generously with some salt, and that little bit of fresh oregano goes in there as well. Give it a last little mix through, and that butter is just gonna create this slick of lovely glossiness to the pasta. So actually at this point, it is pretty much cooked through. And if at all you feel like you've lost a little bit of that sort of silkiness, you can take a touch of the pasta water and just spoon it in just to finish it off. It's almost like that emulsification between the butter and the starchy pasta water gives you that lovely finish. So give that a good mix through. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna take it off the heat now. I'm gonna chop up a tiny touch more parsley just to finish this off and make sure that I have a nice fresh hit over the top. And that is it. You could add some ricotta in here, you could add goat's cheese if you like. There's a whole host of different things. Even a little bit of pecorino just over the top would be an absolutely lovely finish. But that is pretty much it. So a nice, generous amount of pasta. I'm just gonna spoon on to this plate. You can see that color is just intense. Look at that. I mean, that is spaghetti like I've never seen before. It just looks wonderful. It only needs a little hit of that green, that fresh parsley over the top. Maybe a tiny little touch of salt just to finish it off. And now, my friends, let's try it out. Let's give it a taste, see what we're dealing with here. I mean, just look at the color. I mean, it's quite a different looking pasta. I mean, it's really interesting because the red wine, it isn't that overpowering red wine flavor. It's just got that slight hit of acidity, that alcohol in there. But what's happened as you cook this out is that the red wine has kind of reduced down into this fruity, sort of sweet flavor that's coated the pasta, cooked through, giving you that color. But combined with those chili flakes, the fresh flavor of the oregano and the parsley, and a little bit of butter, it just creates the most gorgeous slick of a pasta sauce over it and creates a really interesting looking pasta dish. It is well worth giving a go, even if you're a little bit scared of the color. Please try this recipe. I will give you the link, it'll be in the box below, over to my website to get the full recipe. Hit that subscribe button to find even more interesting pasta dishes just like this one. Give us a like, leave us a comment, and I'll see you soon. Happy pasta eating, my friends. Goodbye. Spaghetti ul braccio. Spaghetti ul abraccio. Spaghetti ul braccio. Braccio, ul